Imagine the real world already worn out, overcrowded, and full of problems, but there's one place, a virtual world, where anyone can be anything. That's not a dream, that's the OASIS. The first time I watched Ready Player One, it felt like opening a door to a warehouse of nostalgia, but everything inside was fused with futuristic technology. Hey everyone, welcome back to Sci-fi Junkies. Today we're diving headfirst into the most epic virtual world ever brought to the big screen.
Fly me to the moon, let me play among the stars.
This movie was released in 2018, adapted from the 2011 novel by Ernest Cline, directed by Steven Spielberg, and interestingly, this is one of those rare projects where Spielberg agreed to direct a film packed with pop culture references, including some connected to his own works. It's 2045, and Earth is in ruins. Cities are overcrowded, resources are scarce, and real life feels hopeless. Amidst all this, there's the OASIS, a virtual universe created by James Halliday. Inside, you can be anyone, go anywhere, and do anything. Wade Watts, also known as Parzival, joins the hunt for Halliday's legendary Easter egg, a prize that grants full control over the OASIS. But he's not the only one searching. The giant corporation IY is also after it, willing to use any means necessary. 1. Themes and message. What I love about this film is the message behind all the dazzling visuals. Escaping reality is normal, but we should never forget the real world still needs us. Nostalgia isn't just about longing for the past. It's a bridge that connects generations. While watching, I kept thinking, in today's era of metaverse and VR, that message feels even more relevant. Escapism is fun, but if we stay there too long, when was the last time we truly lived in the real world? 2. Visual style. The OASIS is shown in total contrast to real life. The real world is grim, painted in cold blues and grays, while the OASIS bursts with vibrant colors, limitless character designs, and landscapes that could never exist in reality. The transitions between the real world and the OASIS are seamless, making us feel like we're stepping into the virtual world every time Wade logs in. 3. Production process. After creating this fully realized future world, the next challenge was, how do you make the actors bring it to life when none of it actually exists on set? Ty Sheridan, who plays Wade, and Olivia Cook, who plays Samantha, spent most of their time filming inside a motion capture stage, wearing skin-tight suits covered in sensors, and cameras pointing at them from every direction. No futuristic city, no cool vehicles, only imagination to guide them. Sheridan once said it felt like doing theater, but for a 360-degree camera. Behind the scenes, the workload was split in two. Industrial Light and Magic, ILM, was responsible for bringing the OASIS to life. This was a new territory for them. They've worked on Star Wars and Avengers. But this time, they had to create hundreds of avatars and styles ranging from hyper-realistic to cartoonish, and somehow make them all look consistent in the same virtual universe. Digital Domain focused on the visual effects for the real world of 2045. They handled the outside the OASIS sequences, and were in charge of the motion capture technology used by the actors. That performance data was then handed off to ILM, who transformed it into fully animated avatars inside the OASIS. If we compare, the process is similar to James Cameron's Avatar, which also relied heavily on motion capture. The difference is, Avatar stuck to one consistent visual style, while Ready Player One celebrated visual diversity, because in the OASIS, there are no limits to what you can look like. The end result, a massive, colorful world packed with detail. And within that world lies the final challenge, hiding hundreds of Easter eggs almost impossible to catch in just one film. Spielberg essentially placed secret gifts all over the film. From classic video game characters, to Japanese mecha, to cult films of the 80s, they're scattered everywhere. Sometimes right in front of you, Other times, just a quick blink in the background. 4. Fun facts and the stories behind the Easter eggs. This part is paradise for pop culture fans. Practically every frame of the Oasis is filled with cameos, and many of them have fascinating backstories. The DeLorean from Back to the Future. It's not just nostalgia, it's personal. Spielberg is longtime friends with Robert Zemeckis, director of Back to the Future. In Klein's book, Percival's DeLorean, even had Knight Rider lights and a Ghostbusters logo. In the film, some of those mods were cut. The Iron Giant, not in the novel, but Spielberg added him as a symbol of the gentle giant, willing to sacrifice himself, true to the original animated movie. Gundam vs. Mechagodzilla. In the book, it was Ultraman, but rights issues blocked it. The RX-78 Gundam was chosen instead, with the blessing of the Japanese creators, as long as Gundam appeared heroic. The Shining. The book's second challenge was swapped out for this entire Shining sequence. Spielberg even replicated the original film grain, so it would blend seamlessly. Interestingly, Spielberg admitted he was never a big horror fan, but he still wanted to honor Stanley Kubrick. Battletoads, Ninja Turtles, and Chucky. In the final battle, you'll spot Battletoads, the 2014 TMNT, and even Chucky, who steals the show for a brief but hilarious moment. It reinforces the Oasis as a living museum of pop culture. King Kong in the Race. The opening race sequence is inspired by the 1933 King Kong, but staged with an arcade game. His jumps were animated with motion capture to make the giant feel heavier and more lifelike. Halo Spartans and Overwatch's Tracer. Modern icons like Master Chief from Halo and Tracer from Overwatch also make an appearance. The studio got official approval from the developers, which is why they look so accurate on screen. 5. Theory and symbolism. The Oasis can be seen as a mirror. It gives us freedom, but it can also make us lose our footing in the real world. Spielberg seems to remind us that technology should always stay in balance with real life. For Ernest Cline, the story is also a love letter to the pop culture that shaped him, from arcade games to classic films. And when you piece it all together, the adventure, the moral message, and the countless references, Ready Player One becomes more than just entertainment. It's a celebration of the sense of wonder we've carried since childhood, and an invitation to keep sharing those moments with others, whether in the virtual world or the real one. But there's one powerful piece of symbolism we can't ignore: the mystery of James Halliday at the very end. Even though he's already dead, Halliday still appears and says, "I'm not just an avatar. I'm not even really alive." That line can be read in different ways. Literally, he could be a digital ghost, an AI built from his memories and data. But symbolically, he represents legacy, the idea that our creations, our ideas, and even our regrets can live on long after we're gone. Spielberg leaves it deliberately ambiguous, as if to remind us that while technology can preserve a trace of who we are, what truly matters is the meaning we leave behind. And maybe that's what makes Ready Player One so relevant today, because beyond all the explosions of color and pop culture references, the film leaves us with a deeply personal question: what do we really leave behind when we're gone? And that's the beauty of it. Spielberg gives us a story that looks like pure sci-fi spectacle, but underneath, it's asking questions that hit home. So what do you think? Is the Oasis a healthy escape, or just a sweet trap? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and if you spotted any Easter eggs I didn't mention, share them too. I'd love to geek out with you about it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you won't miss the next sci-fi adventure. Remember, the virtual world is amazing, but don't forget to log out once in a while and come back to the real one. See you in the next video, only on Sci-Fi Junkies. Bye.